When you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're
that's
checking for
so-
testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no, she wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
But they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like, oh,
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you,
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
the second one, not the
Yes.
first one?
This
Times a hit.
Yeah, they hate that one.
one.
There are two
There's
actual
two,
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
well,
The
that's
second
what
one,
he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready?
two,
to
party!
We're ready.
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. Yeah, I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in '01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say,
a
I want the
McGangbang?
surf and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit,
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
We're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh,
Alex.
and this is episode 349. We have not been live for 3 weeks. I apologize, but we've been busy. We canceled last week's show because we had to do a lot of setting up for your cosplay. So
Yep.
it's been a very busy month. And now that August is over, we're going to be heading into September. Woohoo! Football season.
Football.
We also have to talk about the draft tonight, too. We have to talk about football. We have to also, I don't know, should we save our Super Bowl predictions for a couple weeks in, a week into football? What do you want to do?
We do that at the end, don't we?
We can always be like,
I think it's too early. It's way too early. Maybe January.
I'll say maybe like we can do one mid-season.
December?
Mid-season.
Okay.
Mid-season. But no, on this day, 18 years ago, am I reading that right? Yeah, 18 years ago, Day of Reckoning 2, WWE's Day of Reckoning 2 was released on the GameCube in America.
10.
10. You were so
zoned out with Kane. Because how many years was it when you were talking about the other thing?
17.
17 years ago, right?
That was Dead Rising.
10.
That was 10. That was last week. Last episode. Alex does not pay attention to the intro whatsoever. But no, yeah. 18 years ago, Day of Reckoning 2 came out on the GameCube, and that was one of my favorite WWE games of all time. A lot of WWE in the news this week. We will be getting to that downer later on in the show. But if we did record last week, I did have a good opener because last week we're going to be talking about Madden because Madden 02 came out last week. Would be the anniversary for it 22 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When it came out on the Xbox and PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
The GameCube, it was a launch title for in November, and that was my first Madden game.
That was your first?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Madden 02.
That's a long time ago.
Dante Culpepper on the cover, who's the Vikings quarterback. And he had a shit year after that.
Oh, so it has the curse?
He did, yeah.
So is the WWE curse the same as the NFL curse?
No, because Rey Mysterio was on it.
Because isn't Patrick Mahomes on this year's?
No, Josh Allen. Mahomes was on last
Allen
year.
better not, because he's my quarterback for the draft.
Yeah. So I guess let's just talk about the draft a little bit so we can get into talking about a little bit about football season. I'm very excited for it. I got to open up the ESPN app. The ESPN app. Sorry if I am a little bit away from my mic. I apologize for that. I was looking down at my phone. So I'm pulling a little bit of a weird one here. My main quarterback is either going to be Justin Herbert from the Chargers or Dak Prescott from the Cowboys, which is also weird because I have CeeDee Lamb as my wide receiver, who is on the Cowboys, and Brandon Cooks is also one of my wide receivers, as he's in my roster as on my flex right now. But yeah, so I'm running a lot of Cowboys this season, and I'm not. That's not potentially on purpose. It's just like what was available for me at the time that was considered good, and I was like, well, I'll just continue on the trend and just work with it. So I'll be doing a lot of that this season. But I did pick up a Minnesota wide receiver, the rookie. Jordan Addison.
He was on my list, you fuck.
Well, you took mine.
Yours is better.
What was yours that you
Osborne.
took? Osborne. No. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, Addison is better. He is like second string.
I don't know.
basically.
Osborne is also second. So it's like
No, Osborne
Jefferson.
is considered a third.
We're talking about the Minnesota Vikings wide receivers now.
I was
so
looking at his
for the
description. They've
uninformed.
popped him down to a third.
Really?
Well, yeah, or third in line basically to be thrown to. More like most likely is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. It's gonna be so weird.
And we really won't know until the games start.
I know.
Right? This is really pissing me off.
What's the matter? Oh, it's because it's at an angle.
Yeah, I have to hold it.
What? No, tighten it. It'll stay stationary wherever you put it.
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, you know.
Okay. I was just realizing, so I usually make a second team on my bench, and I didn't do that this year. This year on my bench, I just picked a bunch of wide receivers.
Which is not a bad thing.
And two running backs. So
you
I
didn't do an extra quarterback? You didn't do an extra quarterback?
I just looked at it and I'm like, oh shit. Well, I mean, I'm going to be using my quarterback 99% of the time. How many times do you think I'm going to be changing my quarterback?
For me, I'll be swapping quite a bit, I think, depending on the game, depending on Herbert and Prescott.
I've got Allen. That's all I have.
Yeah?
I have Allen.
Well,
and I was going to get Mahomes, but somebody did a first round pick.
Yeah, okay. Who do you think took Mahomes? Who did take Mahomes?
I think it was the newer person that we have on our team.
Oh, yeah.
I think he picked Mahomes.
Well, there's still a few options. Still a few good options, maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, so my lineup, for anybody that's wondering, my primary lineup is going to be Allen, Mixon, Walker, Diggs, Cooper.
You're right. It was Joey.
Yep. McLaurin, Hawkinson, Williams.
Yeah, you took Hawkinson. I was mad about that one, too.
Yes. Williams, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I have the Bills defense, and I have Tucker for my kicker.
I did pick up Josh Jacobs as the running back for Vegas because they don't have a potential good quarterback, so they'll be relying on the run
Nobody
game.
called me out on my kickers.
It's fine.
I took both my kickers this
You
year.
got Butker and
Tucker.
Tucker? So you did get an extra kicker at least.
Oh, yeah. And, oh, wait, I didn't see. Where's their bye week? Why is it not
They
listed?
don't have the same. There's no way.
I hope not.
It's okay.
I did realize, though, when I grabbed my, what was it? I think it was my defense. Yeah, I grabbed my defense to switch out with my bye weeks, and they have the same bye week, and I fucked it up.
So I'll also be a Chargers fan because I'll be rooting for Dicker the kicker for the Chargers. His last name is Dicker.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
Dicker the kicker?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Right there, Cameron Dicker. He's their kicker.
I love it. He's my new favorite.
But you did pick up, what's his name? He's on the Saints right now.
Saints?
Yeah, the anime dude.
Yes, Williams.
Why did I think it was different? I thought his name was different. I don't know.
No, Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams, yeah. So
his picture is so funny. I love it.
He's so excited to be a football player.
He's just so animated.
Yeah. People just don't understand his anime.
I love it.
Get up.
He's amazing.
But football is going to be an interesting one this year. I don't know about Minnesota's defense. They're not ranked the worst.
But when I was looking at defenses,
they were pretty low.
Did you click on Minnesota at all?
They're pretty low.
So I was looking at stats, right?
Uh-huh.
So I click on Minnesota and said, sorry, no stats available at this time.
Well, they're not going to release that. It's all based off of last year's projections.
I know, but all the other ones showed last year's defense.
Which I didn't think the Raiders were considered one of the worst defenses, but they are. They were on the draft list. I was like, I don't understand that, but okay, I'll just humor them at that point. I feel bad for Patrick and this football season, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, other than that, we did have a busy week of travel. I suppose we can talk about that real quick before we get into any news stuff and movie club stuff. So, on Thursday, Alex and I went down to Indianapolis to attend a few different things down there. First we attended a concert, which was pretty amazing in my book. I would say it was an experience. The heat, dude. The heat. I don't understand.
The heat
really got you. And it
wasn't
the humidity.
So when we were in the pit for the concert, and I think during the second, not the second.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was during the first. Yeah, it was during the first show, Simple Plan.
Okay.
It was towards the end of their set. I looked at you and I just mouthed shower.
Oh no, that was not Simple Plan. That
Was
was right before Offspring got on.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I just looked at you and I was like, shower, cold shower. So
I'm gonna show this clip with no sound, of course, because I don't know DMCA law. You know, it is what it is.
So, but I guess before we play it, we can make a little bit of a backstory to it.
We're in the pit.
So we're in the pit at Offspring, Simple Plan, and Sum 41 concert, and we're about
not in that order.
No, not in that order. It actually went Simple Plan, Sum 41, and the Offspring.
Which, Simple Plan opening was a great idea. I thought that was a fantastic idea. Didn't like it at first, liked it the second time.
Yes.
Like as soon as Sum 41 got on, I was like, oh, this is the popcorn band for me.
Yeah. So the video that we're going to show on our YouTube real quick is just like a video of me recording while we're in the pit to, I believe it's like,
I think
it's Pretty Fly for a White Guy by the Offspring. So there's a bunch of people body surfing and there's a bunch of people hitting the beach balls.
Yeah.
So I turn my camera around and this guy swings right above me body surfing. It's really funny. It's going to pop up in a second.
Whoa. There's a beach ball.
There's a beach ball. Yeah, there's a beach ball. Like there's beach balls everywhere.
This was the Offspring, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the Offspring.
So
we were about like 5 people from the stage. It was a lot of fun. Josh is trying to hold the camera steady. Replay it one more time for everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, during this, like, I'm just like, we're stuck in the pit full of like beach balls flying everywhere. It's a sold out concert. Turn the camera around and this guy just goes, hey! It almost lands on me. He's definitely having the time of his life. We should make a TikTok and like just slow it down. He's just having the time of his life. Probably getting hit in the head with beach balls everywhere. You can just tell
right there is where
he's
we
got
got
the
hit.
devil horns up, throwing them up, having a great old time. I really wanted a body surf so bad, but I wasn't sure if it was one of those where they were going to kick you out, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
I mean, they didn't have any signs up that said no body surfing. So
right.
I really wanted to be in a mosh pit and I really wanted to body surf, but I was like, oh man, if I didn't have really big plans the next day where I had to walk around and actually look decent and not be in the hospital,
right,
then I probably would have done both.
There are different versions of the little sister. Not one of them is in a hospital bed.
Right.
But there was an interesting concert. We unfortunately did not stay for the whole thing because we're like, we should get out of here before the rush.
I will say, if we want to review real quick before we move on to cosplay, review the concert.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts going from start to finish?
Well, I'll give Simple Plan an A.
Plus.
No, I'm giving him an A.
I'm giving an A plus.
The only difference I have with an A plus and an A is they didn't play a few of the songs that I knew. There's a couple songs that I'm like, okay, I'm not into these.
That's like every concert. They have to play new. They have to play old.
That's my review.
Okay. I give Simple Plan an A plus. It felt like I was seeing them, other than the crowd's energy, just because, you know, it's like 20 years later. For me, it felt like seeing Simple Plan in 2004.
But you never saw them in 2004.
Like,
so you
no,
don't
but
know
I'm
the
saying,
energy they
I'm saying like
had.
I'm sure the energy was like Warped Tour and stuff. I'm sure it was like on fire.
I think what they were doing was trying to feel the crowd out for that crowd surfing moment where the drummer jumped out, because I wonder if there's some crowds that they don't do it.
Oh, probably not.
Okay, I'll get to it when we get to it.
Anyways, I give Simple Plan 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Amazing. They look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre.
Really good.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like you're listening to them on the radio.
Yeah.
Sounds
I hope
amazing.
they don't have an auto-tune running or anything, but I could tell he was struggling at a few notes.
Yeah, but it's fine.
When they played Perfect.
It's also hot as
Very
balls outside. It was like 95 degrees outside.
Yeah, the sun was just setting when they got on stage
horrible.
too. And then we went and got some food, which was actually pretty decent. You got to try Liquid Death.
I got to try Liquid Death for the first time, which, if you guys don't know, looks like a big can of beer.
That's
and
the point.
I was like, babe, we're not getting beer. We need water. And then he's like, this is water. And no, it looks like a big ass can of beer, but it's not beer. It's water. It's called Liquid Death.
Yeah.
And
really
it's
good.
really good water, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, speaking of. Fine.
You didn't want any.
You talked about water and you made me thirsty because I want some of that Liquid Death.
Oh, but I said, hell, you should
well,
go get yourself some water.
I thought about Liquid Death. Like, I thought about, like, water in a can. I'm like, that sounds disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good water.
Well, you can take a sip.
Thank you. I love you.
Okay.
We're married. It's okay.
Just don't do it all the time. You know, I don't know. Some people are like, don't drink out of each other's thing. Alex and I share a glass.
My germs.
We share a glass all the time. It's kind of weird how like we'll go to a restaurant.
I hope people. You know what? I don't think people know this. We kiss.
Oh,
did you know that? We kiss.
I had amnesia. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where we went for our burger and fries, but it was really good.
Yeah, actually, for concert food, it was amazing.
I wish they would have offered some water, like places.
They said that there was gonna be water stations. That was a bunch of bullshit, unless they were just hidden.
We never went to the other side of the center.
We didn't.
Which was weird. We never go to the side that we were on. Where was on the other side all the time.
I was on the other side. I will say I had like severe nostalgia though when we went up on the lawn to sit to eat, and I was like, "Oh my god, do you remember when
the last time we were there? We
Stone,
can't even
Stone
say
Sour
when it
was on, and people
Stone
were
Sour
like
throwing dirt.
People were taking 4x4s of the lawn and throwing it in the air, and they had to pause the concert because it was hitting the jumbotrons.
We didn't even get a good video of that. Like it's pixelated.
Oh no, there's
really
but there's pictures.
Video. The
of
photos
the big,
aren't even very good.
I know, but they were disposable camera photos. But like,
they were disposable.
We have proof.
So back then, that's when the videos were like, you know, I can't even give you the.
What?
It's not even
2 megapixels.
I'm trying to give you the
One?
number P, like 160p or something. I don't even know if that's a number because, like, I don't know. 480 is all I know and above.
Yeah.
I think there's a 360. Yeah, there's a 360 something, and then there's something below that. Anyways, I digress.
Some 41.
They were fine. I could have passed on them. Actually, you can tell that they're done being a band. They did announce a breakup a few weeks before they
went on tour.
With this one, and they're like, "Don't worry, we're gonna do 2 more tours because they're releasing an album."
Yeah,
and
which is this tour that they're on, and then next year.
What? And there's got to be something. Like seriously, how do you do that?
What I told people is like it felt like they were on stage to make $1 and leave.
They were contractually obligated to be there. It's basically
and that's I mean there was a couple good songs that they played, like, you know, the typical songs that people have fun with, but like their energy just kind of meh.
Yeah,
you could tell they were literally up there to just play and get off stage. There was not a lot of crowd interaction.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah,
like,
so
give them a D-. Maybe
like, I'm sure back in the day, wow,
they would have been.
They would have been amazing, but like seeing them 20 years later,
not so much.
No, not so much.
The Offspring, I got kind of annoyed with them.
Why?
They consistently kept calling out the crowd, calling them awesome, and I'm like, they're the best. This is the best night, the best. I'm like, shut up. You guys honestly don't have anything else to talk about.
I think you've been to too many concerts because everybody does that.
No.
A lot do.
But not talked up like as much as they kept on doing it.
I know, they did.
They did it pretty frequent, and I was just like, okay.
I mean, they got to keep the crowd hyped.
The crowd was getting tired because of the heat, and I think the
crowd was an average of 35 to 45 years old.
There were so many people older than us. It's crazy how many people
I started listening to The Offspring when I was like 8 years old.
I did say to Alex, I said, this is going to be the nicest vehicles, nicest people, and
easiest pit
crowd
that we're ever gonna be in.
And it was.
It
was. We saw one person get medical attention because they passed out
from like probably dehydration.
We're guessing that's what it was. It looked like it was. That's what it was. But it is what it is.
Other than that, even the pit and the moshing and stuff that happened, that stuff was gentle compared to the stuff we've seen.
Very
gentle.
Very. Nobody was
getting mad at each other. Nobody's hurting each other.
There was a girl who was dancing around us who kept on bumping in and apologizing.
She was trashed.
But she knew she was drunk. She told me she was drunk.
She was trashed, which I was like, she's just having a good time. Like, whatever.
I don't really, that does not bother me as long as you don't hit me. If your hair is flying around near me, I don't whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't even packed. I mean, we were packed body to body, but you and I had jumping space and moving space, even in the pit. Like at one point, it did get kind of heavy. Like I think
during Simple Plan,
Simple Plan, and
when
Sum
the drummer's
41.
body surfed, everyone went
We went
forward for him.
like,
And I was like,
he's like, I want to touch everybody and give everybody a high five. And I'm
And
like,
I was looking for the barricade on our left so I can at least have an exit point, because I know
Right.
that's where we were closer to that barricade than them, in the middle or anything.
Yeah.
But that's because it's a good, safe area to be. But
I'd
good
say
fun.
like performance-wise, I think performance-wise, Offspring is still very good performing-wise. What I will tell people is that you can tell they're getting old.
Oh my God, I'm wondering when their farewell tour is going to be.
They sound amazing still.
Yeah.
They sound amazing still.
I didn't know how much the second singer actually sang so much.
He actually sings quite a bit.
He's
I didn't realize that.
He's the higher one. They did not play Stuff Is Messed Up.
I know.
That was the song I was waiting for.
There was but you have to think about The Offspring has such a
huge
huge library
Their
of
library
songs.
is so extensive.
So, but the songs that they did play, they played a lot of the stuff that I wanted to
Yeah.
hear. We left during Gonna Go Far Kid, which was their encore.
Yeah.
And then right after that was
Self-Esteem.
Self-Esteem, which I would have wanted to see that as well, but whatever, we heard it.
We got out of there in how long?
We decided to leave when they first got off the stage, said bye, but everybody knows they're going to go on for an encore. And I was
Not
like,
Sum 41. They were like, bye.
no,
gone.
I mean at the end of a big concert.
I know, but Sum 41 did not.
Oh no,
even,
they were like,
they didn't
no,
even
bye-bye.
say this.
They
is our
barely
last
even said
song
bye.
or
They just
anything.
waved and got off the stage.
They were so out.
Yeah, they were out.
I don't
so
get it.
Josh and I left the pit.
Yeah.
Got to the car. Got on the highway. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Woo!
Sold out concert. 3 minutes. I
It
win.
was a sold out concert. That was a crowd.
And we
behind
found the
us.
car right away.
Oh yeah, that was even crazier.
Found the car.
We-
Wasn't even our car. It was rental.
So I said to you, I was like, look at us. We're going to a hotel.
I was like, look at
we're
this.
going to this.
We're
doing
such
this.
adults now.
Yeah.
Like we got a hotel room. We were in the pit in our 30s, seeing like our bucket list bands that we wanted to see 20 years ago.
It was such a moment for us. Just
It was.
a realization.
We look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us being adults.
Um,
We can go back and go to bed. We could go back and just like drink if we want to. We can do whatever the hell we want. You know what we did?
Not drink.
We took a shower. We went to bed.
I don't think we drank the whole night, the whole weekend.
Well, I can't.
I know, but I didn't either.
Not because I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh, everyone's gonna think that.
Oh no, she's not.
No. I'm just with the meds that I'm on. I can't drink.
Yeah.
So
It is what it is.
yeah.
And then the next day we went to Indie PopCon and did a lot of fun stuff. You have more stuff on your. Do you just want me to show the Instagram stuff?
It's the same 3 pictures.
I know, but on your Facebook you actually have con photos. I have that photo of us on there. Actually, I should go there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever you want to do. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Saturday was Indie PopCon or down in Indianapolis, Indiana. So this is my 2nd year entering the Ultimate Cosplay Competition.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of fun. This year there was so many good cosplays. I mean, last year was amazing. This year was like, I think even better. We did a lot of walking around. There was a lot of my brother was, this is his 2nd con that he's been to, and he decided to be in the cosplay contest as well, which was very well deserved for him because he's amazing at making things from nothing. So he was entered in as a beginner and I was entered in as an intermediate. So Josh is going to pull up a picture here in a second. Josh wasn't in the contest, but he still went dressed up. People really liked you dressed up as...
I know.
I told you should have done that.
Well, no, you said to do that at the after party.
At the after party, which I'm
turns out
so
we're
glad
so happy we didn't go.
I was so tired.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I was so tired. Man, we're old.
Nah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, if we didn't do the concert the day before,
right,
we would have gone.
So Alex's brother's on the right, and he is the merchant from Resident Evil 4, and he did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, he's very impressed with it. So is like everybody else. Like, oh, I need a picture. Oh, I need a picture. He even does the voice and everything well. Like,
yeah.
what you buying?
So yeah, I just got the regular old pipe. That's a good just accessory to have for most of my.
I like how I
cosplays.
have my my needle from my atom extractor all the way out in this picture.
Yeah, I have to scroll up for it.
There it is. There's the tip.
Hey yo. So you did a really good job on your cosplay, by the way. This is a
Thank
good
you.
zoomed in photo of you walking away. You wanted a good shot of us walking by some vendors on our left for the YouTube viewers here. This was
so that shows actually. So in the middle is somebody, I don't know what it's from, but that person was entered into the master
I
class.
think it's Dark Souls.
I don't know. You could be right. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
That person did an amazing job in the middle. So the person on the right, if you're watching on YouTube, is a girl that did Loki.
in lady form, Lady Loki.
Yes, Lady Loki,
She did
and
everything.
all of that was hand.
Little did you know she was your
and-
competition.
Yeah, I totally. The only people I actually stopped and said, "Oh my God, your guys' cosplay looks amazing. Can I get a picture?"
Yeah, that
And was
really
these
good.
guys. And little did I know,
Oh,
Lady Loki was.
There's a photo bomb right there.
Yes, little did I know, Lady Loki was my competition, and she got second place.
Yes.
So she
No,
beat.
she got first.
No, Iron Man got first.
I think it was the other way around.
Iron Man got first.
Shoot.
Okay, and then we've got
Voltron.
this guy here, freaking awesome. The only thing that's not in this picture that's it's on his back is he's got a removable sword that
Yeah,
lights up,
right.
and it's the size of him, and it's amazing. So yeah, here's the other picture. So this person I'm standing next to is another little sister, like dressed up as little sister like me from BioShock, and we were by a vendor, and a vendor goes, "Hey, little sister, did you know that there's another little sister walking around?" And I was like, "No shit, I have to go find my sister." So I found her and tapped on her shoulder, and I thought it was going to be this like, "Oh my gosh, your little sister too." Turns out she's extremely socially awkward.
Very.
Like, but I mean, I will say that her atom extractor is made out of all metal.
But yeah, she did a really good
It's
job.
heavy as hell. It's super intricate. It looks really well, and
That's
it
okay.
lights up.
You
Like
don't-
the bottle's
you don't
made
have
out
to
of
be,
glass.
Like the thing is, you don't have to be prepared to have conversations with people at cons like that.
No,
but
you don't. And a lot of people are kind of socially awkward
Mhm.
at cons. Like, I mean, they.
There's a guy who had a reaction photo with you about your atom extractor, and he posted on
Yeah.
Instagram and tagged you and everything.
Mhm.
He was so thankful to take a photo with you.
I know. He was just
And
like.
you're like, it's just a picture.
I'm like, it's just a picture, and he was just like there was so many people this year that were just like, "Oh my God, thank you for letting me take my picture with you," and I'm like, I'm very. So I guess that there's people that don't like getting their picture
Well, you can
taken.
tell. with the other little sister, you could tell.
Yeah,
She
like
was a
she didn't
little-
really want her picture taken, but I did ask. I said, "Can I get my picture taken with you?" And
Yeah.
she did say yes.
So after the con, which you did not win.
I did not win, but to kind of go over it real quick, what the results were. So my brother didn't place either, but the rules for beginners is kind of like really the rule is if you've never been in a contest, you put yourself in no matter your skill level.
Yeah.
So he was going up against really anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was his big thing. So and then the second, so he didn't place. He was beat out by two people that were pretty darn good.
I did not like the fact that Labyrinth,
I thought it was okay. I think Jake's costume, to be honest, was better.
Yeah.
But I'm whatever, it still works. And then intermediate class was me. So now I was beat out by Lady Loki, which her costume was just deep. Like it was, my brother and I both said it is justified compared to the contest we were in April.
Yeah.
Like April was like, all right, you guys won, goodbye. This contest was they
this is why you won.
explained
Yeah.
why they picked these people.
The awards they gave at the other one though were so much more massive.
I think they were like stuff that was donated. That's why.
Oh, maybe.
So but anyway, so there were 3 judges and they all judged and everything was exactly the same as last year. They explained why they're choosing
Mhm.
these people, what they did and why they were impressed with it and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the person that beat me out was Lady Loki got second, and then there was like an Iron Man suit that was handmade out of foam core and lit up, and the mask came off and moved just like Iron Man. And I mean, I follow him personally on Instagram if you want to check him out because he is an awesome cosplayer. It's Carnage Cosplay with a C, Carnage. And he does so many different types of masks and bodysuits. And I thought maybe he'd be in, if he was there, I thought he was going to be in Masterclass.
Yeah.
He should have been,
Right.
But I mean, he could move and bend, and he did a very, very, very good job with it. So I mean, props to him. My brother and I both felt justified that they picked the correct winners.
Right. And then Masterclass, I mean, Best in Show was somebody from Final Fantasy, And
which was amazing.
That's
Looked right
why
out of the.
I'm pushing you towards getting that.
Yeah,
That's like,
she was amazing. Like, awesome. Look, down to the minor details, amazing looking costume.
right.
And then Masterclass, who won, I also follow him on Instagram. I can't remember what his freaking name is, though. But he did this huge body armor, like old school. I can't. What video game he's from? I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember. It's this big rusted. Like he actually rusted.
Oh, that one was from Dark Souls.
Was it? Yeah, was it
and
Dark
he did
Souls?
actual rust.
He actually put.
But it wasn't metal. I don't know how that works.
I don't know, but he made. He actually rusted his costume.
Or was it actual metal?
It probably had parts of it. But he did parts of his costume and made it actually sit out in rust for 2 days or 2 weeks or something like that is what he said. 2 weeks?
Took weeks.
Yeah. To rust to get the effect. Like, that's commitment right there.
Right.
And he made a huge ass sword and armor from scratch. I mean, bravo.
Pretty good.
It was amazing. So, all in all, I'm not disappointed at all. It was
Yeah.
an amazing contest. People were so nice. Everybody was complimenting me on my dress and my makeup and my atom extractor. Like, everybody was super nice. That's what I like about cons. It's not all about, like, rah, 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 rah. It's,
you hope it doesn't get to that point.
yeah. Everybody's really nice and compliments everybody.
Right.
So, that's good.
Right.
After the con, though, we went ahead and we went downtown Indianapolis and found this really
Which
nice...
is like 3 blocks away from where we were.
Right. We went downtown to this little walk around park area and found this like old school building to take pictures in front of it. We did like a little mini photo shoot. So there's a few photos that we're going to go through on YouTube real quick for our viewing audience right now.
Yeah. So
a couple really good angles Josh did, except that's the wrong way.
That's YouTube.
Hey, look, that's my YouTube video. So yeah, I think you did a really good job getting these different angles. The context totally make the costume. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to get some gothic looking stuff that had like some good molding behind you.
Yeah, it was a really good background too.
Yeah.
It was funny because I had a couple people coming up and wanting to they're like, "Oh my gosh, I like your dress. It's cute." I'm like, "Yeah, that's totally what I was going for." And then there was a
people like they were all like probably from India or just like not from this country. They weren't.
You could definitely tell they were like visiting, like from
or they just came. They just imported. Like they definitely are not from here.
Yes, and then we had a family come up and say he was like Halloween, and when I was
asking
trying to,
if you were
and I was trying to like communicate with him. It was a little difficult because of the language barrier, but basically he was like, "Can my son take a picture with you?" And he was so excited to take a picture with me. I was like, "Oh, this is cute!" Like he probably was like 5 years old. I thought I was gonna scare him. We were trying to avoid the kids, and the kids were coming up to me wanting photos and wanting to touch things and whatnot. The last thing I'll say about the cosplay contest is I actually reached out to the main judge, who said, "Hey, by the way, if any of you cosplayers would like to stop by my desk the next day," which we weren't going to be there, "to get some feedback and pointers and whatnot, do so." So I went ahead and just messaged her, and she basically said, really nothing was wrong with my cosplay. She said I did extremely well. It was just the whole reason I didn't place is because the competition was tough.
It was a very tough competition.
and said, like, really just keep up with your skills. You'll go places with the skills you have. You did an amazing job. And then I asked for feedback from my brother because he doesn't have social media. And she said basically the exact same thing. She's like, both of you did an amazing job. It's just the competition was very intricate and it had to be down to the most minor detail to get placed.
Right.
Like, it was such a tough contest this year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was amazing. I love it. Can't wait for next year. I've already got my Halloween costume that idea picked out that I'm probably going to start on soon.
Which is it going to be a difficult one to do?
No, it'll be easy, but it's going to be like practicing my sewing skills.
Is it going to hinder you on the idea I gave you today?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, I'll start my Halloween costume first for sure and get that done. And then I will worry about my next operation.
Yeah. It's going to be a big one. Probably.
It'll have to be.
You want to, but you don't have much time. You have like 6 months now after
It's
Halloween.
going to take a long time, and I've got new things I'm starting. So
Gonna have to figure it out real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. All in all, it was fun.
And then we drove back on Sunday and came home, had a lunch, and then went and saw the Barbie movie, which is going to put us into playing and watching, basically.
Mhm.
So we went and saw Barbie, and it was International Cinema Day, so tickets were on sale for $4 a ticket, and I was like, yay, budget.
Talked to Dad today.
Yeah.
So, they went at like 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, why did you go? He's like, because it's International Cinema Day. I was like, oh, that's why we went. He's like, yeah, tickets were $4 and a small drink and a small popcorn was $4.
Oh, that's fine. We didn't need that.
But it was a small drink and a small popcorn for $4
Each?
together.
Yeah, it's fine. You said you didn't want anything.
Because I didn't know it was only going to cost me $4.
Yeah, whatever.
I would have spent $4 on a small pop and a small popcorn if it was only going to cost me $4.
It was International Cinema Day, and they were trying to get people to come out of their houses. And
Very true, and it worked.
It was a pretty sold-out show. I just wish that people understood that when you buy tickets to a theater and you pick your seats, you are to be at those seats. That's why I love that.
Well, not everybody has theaters that have that. But our theater has assigned seating.
That's why I like
your
that
seats.
option.
Yeah.
There is that for IMAX in our other theater, but in the other actual theater, there's nothing as far as selecting your seats. You get there at a certain time, and that's it. I do not like that anymore. When you select your seats and you prepay, that should be it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There was a big issue where in our theater,
not in our seats.
Not in our seats. We were fine. But at the front of the theater, they had to actually get the big security guards. They were ready to throw this family out.
He said, get the fuck out of these seats while these teenagers, this whole group of 6
Did you
teenagers.
hear them? I couldn't hear them.
I
They
couldn't
turned
hear
the
them.
volume up on
They
this
started
movie.
turning the volume up on the movie because I think it was getting heated.
It was getting very heated up there.
And he's like, get the hell out of these seats. These are reserved for the people that bought them and kicked them out of the movie.
Yep. So, yeah, flustering, but did that ruin your movie experience?
I mean, it ruined the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just because I was concentrating on what the hell was going on, and I wanted to stay alert for in case purposes.
So let's give it a mini review. Not
Mini
really
review.
go into main details on it, but just spoiler-free review on the Barbie movie.
I don't even think we could spoil it, to be honest.
No.
Not really. It's not really a spoiler movie.
No. Other than what we might nitpick about it.
Yeah.
The corporate people were a waste. The entire corporate people were a waste. Will Ferrell's character, why is he even there?
I think they just needed to find a funny story, and that's what they did.
The story alone is pretty thin.
Yeah.
As a woman, this is the woman movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I did grow up playing with Barbies.
As did my sisters, and I
feel
around
especially with my age, and a lot of us did because that was just the big thing. I do there's certain little things that the actual people that played certain Barbies in the movie. I had those Barbies, those specific Barbies. My favorite character is gonna be the weird Barbie.
Oh,
because what I did to my Barbies was I used to twist their heads and pop them off or cut their hair too short.
Was that all the time? Did you actually care for them?
When I got older, the more I trashed them, but that's I feel like a typical thing to do. Yeah. I didn't really brush their hair and change their clothes. I was more rough with my Barbies. That's really about it.
Yeah.
I didn't really play a lot with Barbies. My sister did.
Yeah.
I really was a more outdoorsy kind of kid, and video games and Legos and drawing and things like that. I did Barbies were now and then. I always loved getting Barbies, but they were short-lived, I think.
Yeah.
And then it would just be my sister and I that would play together.
So the actress who played the weird Barbie is Kate McKinnon.
So she reminded me a lot of Pink.
Yes.
Yeah, she looked a lot like Pink, which I think Pink would have made an amazing
Oh,
weird
yeah.
Barbie, or just a
Oh,
Barbie in general.
Right. Exactly. Punk
Like,
Barbie.
Yeah, punk Barbie.
Oh, that'd been great.
So, but like the thing is, like I used to draw on my Barbies' faces. I used to like make them do the splits, like twist their legs and make them like.
I don't think
thought
they
that
did
was
enough
hilarious.
on her face to be weird Barbie, because they could have made it even more drawn and.
Well, I would used to like try to put like lipstick on them,
like she did.
with permanent marker.
Yeah, like you see that big mark on her
Yeah,
side there.
like I used to do that and color in their eyes and cut their hair short and things like that. So
as far as representation goes, that's fine. But what'd you think of the movie itself? Like,
the movie itself was just okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was what I thought it was going to be, which was just a movie about Barbies, and Barbies are pretty what Margot Robbie played as, which is stereotypical Barbie. Like, it's a Barbie movie.
Right.
And they're supposed to be about girl power and empowering women. Like, that's what Barbie was about.
Right.
So I know that there's a lot of controversy. Oh, women this and overpowering this and men are stupid. I'm like, but you have to think inside of a Barbie's head. That's how they were made.
Right.
So that's how they're acting.
Uh-huh.
They're not trying to push that on, I think, as a message. Like, it felt like it, but like you have to think that's what if the Barbie's programmed like that, like that's how their brain works. If Ken is programmed just to be Ken, that's how Ken works. Like, you have to think they're not real people, they're Barbies. So I think that's where the big controversy comes from. You have to not try to take it so seriously. Just have fun with it. There were plenty of times I had to remind myself, oh, this is getting a little too like political. Oh, this is getting a little too. I'm like, Alex, just laugh at the movie. It's fine. So
I fell asleep.
There was a couple pretty boring, dull parts.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I will admit it, I did tear up at a couple points where the mom was doing her speech at the end to try to bring the Barbies, like, back into
how it feels to be a woman.
And when she's explaining day to day, like, all right, you can't say this without getting judged while trying to do this and juggle this and then trying to do this. And like, she has this huge explanation of basically my every single day, how my brain works being a woman. And I went, wow, they fucking nailed that one. And really just like getting emotional about like, yeah, we have a lot on our plate being women. I mean, I know men do too, but like, it's just, she nailed what a lot of, I think, girls are thinking.
I think guys need what guys are thinking actually, like.
I wish I could have your brain though.
It's not all about sex. There's other things like the dog list.
I wouldn't know.
No, people wouldn't know.
People.
Like, I am now like more of a dog lover than a cat lover. Like, I used to be only cats. Now I'm like, oh, I gotta have my dog with me. You know, it's my connect. Like, that is a different thing. You know.
Yes.
And some people get emotional attachments to like specific things like that. You know, and I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I think the other thing that really got me was Barbie, herself in the movie is trying to change, but she doesn't want to change, but she wants to like move on and do something bigger and better for herself. And I'm going through that transition right now, exactly in my life.
Right.
And that hit pretty hard and it made me tear up, and like how she's like, but I'm really scared and this and I don't know what to expect, but it's exciting.
You're moving into a new world.
Yeah, so it's like,
so
I felt like Barbie for a minute. I'm like, oh my god, this movie's getting to my heart. I hate you.
Right.
So there was that
timing.
I will say there's a comment in YouTube right now that says from Jeff, my dad, that says, I love the overacting. It was necessary for the movie, which I agree with. That's why I was trying to say, like, it's a Barbie movie. They have to overact. Like, you have to think the Barbies, technically, like the way that the movie is working, someone is actually playing with these Barbies at the time, because
and that kind of
so people play with them in different ways and whatnot. So that's just how they're acting.
But that kind of didn't work because their owners were there in Barbie world, and all of a sudden it's like,
I know. So it's the storyline and everything is a bit messed up, and they
doesn't make sense.
They definitely could have made the movie completely different and better.
Yeah.
I will also say that you could have not picked a better person to play Barbie. I think Margot did an amazing job being Barbie, because
she has an emotional, and she can have an emotionless sense, you know.
I mean, when she was crying about, like, she was having that big breakdown at the end and starting to cry. Yeah. Like, I was like kind of crying with her. I was like, oh my god, I'm frustrated too. Like, I was like, oh. Oh, what was I think that was really the only thing. I thought Ken was funny. Like I think Ryan Gosling did
Fine.
a good job at
Yeah.
being Ken.
His storyline just didn't make sense, man. It's
Yeah.
so tough to follow.
I will say the one thing that irked me. Okay, so in my world, my Barbie world, mine.
Yeah.
I am a very much on the side of Ken in this movie. Ken
Really?
said, he really wants Barbie's approval to be like his boy or like be boyfriend and girlfriend,
yeah.
right? Because that's what Ken was made for.
Right.
And Barbie in this movie doesn't want to. She's acting like this, I'm strong, independent woman, don't need no man kind of thing.
I don't like that
and
writing.
I didn't like that because Ken was made for Barbie.
Right.
Like
Not,
that.
Like you can have Skipper, you can have Alan, you can have
Alan was actually pretty funny. I really liked Alan.
you can have those characters all you want without Barbie.
But
whatever.
like he said,
But
he's like
Ken
it's
is
Barbie,
Barbie.
and Ken and Barbie. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, because that's
It
when you
is.
think about that, and then the fact that spoiler alert, they don't end up together.
Oh,
because-
that's the spoiler. Shoot.
Oh,
Alex.
geez. But like Barbie basically just says Ken can just be Ken. It doesn't have to be Barbie and Ken. Ken can just be Ken on his own. He's like, I'm Ken. Like realizing like self-awareness kind of thing. And I'm like, I didn't like that because
Yeah.
whenever I had Barbie and Ken, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. That's just the way that it was.
Always, yeah.
So I didn't like that.
I'm on your side with that one. But well, rating wise, I'm gonna give this one a 5.5 or 6. Like right around there. About a 6. I'll say 6. I'll give it a little bit. I haven't fallen asleep to a movie in a long time.
I really don't know.
Not
what I'll
since
give
our
it.
third
probably
showing
give it
of
a
Rogue
5.
One.
I'll probably give it a 5. Like it was
Really? I'm giving it a higher level than you. I was being generous.
okay, maybe
I
5
guess.
point. I'll give it a 5.5 just because it gave me the tingles in my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, it really is what it is. Did it deserve to be the #1 movie for and break the box office? No.
I don't know if it
Are
deserves
you
that.
happy? Are we happy we spent $8 on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I go see it
actually
again?
said to you, let's go see it.
Yeah. Would I go see it again? Probably not.
No.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But in any sense, like I would say that if you haven't seen it, it might be worth the watch.
If you grew up playing with Barbies, go see it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like just go see it for the nostalgia factor of playing with Barbies.
It's not gonna change your world entirely.
No.
It's not one of those like, oh my god.
I mean, at the same time, like this is a very girly movie. Like, and I am not a girly girl whatsoever, so I think that's why I'm rating it so low.
right.
Like I said, I grew up playing with Barbies, but I played when my sister wanted to play,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Barbies because my sister got them, and I got jealous, and I wanted Barbies.
Mm-hmm.
But did you catch me 24/7 on the ground playing in a dollhouse with my Barbies? No, I was outside playing in the mud.
Right. So, moving on from there and playing and watching, how are you feeling about, we've been watching a little bit of Solar Opposites. How do you feel about the new voice?
It's difficult.
Same.
Like when I saw the trailer, I thought this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
I'm not
And I would be happy if they took the voice that is doing
the Rick and Morty
redoing
voices.
Rick and Morty
Probably.
right now.
What we're speculating.
Well, they did say there's a new voice. They just didn't say who.
Right. Can be the guy from TikTok. I have not seen
hope.
him on TikTok in a long time. So
Probably because
he's probably busy.
doing voice work.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not liking it.
I'm not, and I think they're going to see a huge drop in viewership because of it.
I don't know if they see that. I don't know what data they see on that.
Oh, but they
Like,
probably see everything.
we haven't moved forward since like episode 2 or
2.
3. Yeah.
Because I love Solar Opposites.
Me too.
But like when Corvo is
Angry and yelling
Like,
and panicky and
I thought the British voice was going to be fun, but I'm trying to make myself like it, and I don't like that.
right.
Like I liked his angry American accent,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like Rick. Like I
Yeah.
liked that.
That's just the voice that you get tied to.
Yeah.
That's what made it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
I agree.
it's very difficult. It's like, the voice of like, didn't they change like the voice of Chef or something in?
Oh no, they killed him off.
I know, but like, didn't they do like? Oh, they took
They took clips from
of his
other
voice and put it
times.
together.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they did it cheesily. You
Yeah.
know how South Park does all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's what they did.
Okay.
And then he actually passed away.
Yeah.
Which really, wow. Isaac Hayes, right?
I think
pretty certain.
I think
that's his
you're
name.
right.
Yeah. So I don't know about moving forward on that one really, and we haven't gone back to Twisted Metal yet.
No, I don't know if we will. I mean,
You're over it already.
Maybe we could try one more episode, but
Okay.
it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for right now.
You just want more of
We still have to watch The Witcher.
that again has also lost viewership.
I know, but
Viewership is down.
this is
That's
the
trendy
last
thing.
This is the last time or last season I'm gonna watch. I just don't
But
know if
that's
I'm
the
gonna be
thing.
able to watch
A
the
lot of
next
people
one.
aren't watching this season. A lot of fans are not.
But I want to.
So you're not alone.
People at work have already watched it and said it is good.
Right.
So I just
So is Andor.
I think I just
Apparently.
yeah, and we still not watch Andor.
I don't think we
So,
will. Again, over the Star Wars.
Just like
thing.
we're supposed to watch Dune again.
Well, that's different. That's not the same thing. We're gonna. I thought you were gonna say
I think
Ahsoka
all
Tano.
right. So I think we're in a down right now because I think we put
Severance was
so
it was
good.
like Breaking Bad
It
heights.
was so good that I'm like, fuck, we're not gonna be able to find anything so good like that
what
anymore.
What will be the next show that can be this?
Severance season 2.
Severance filled that void for us.
Oh, it did. I was so addicted. I'm so a dick. I was so addicted to the show. I'm so happy you found it.
Well, there are other shows that we can pick up that are on Apple TV, like Silo. I'll have to check that one out too. So,
Mhm.
but
I mean, the other thing I'm watching is Naked and Afraid XL. I'm on season 3 out of
okay.
like 15 or something. So I'm super excited that I have all that content.
Yeah, there is a lot of different spin-offs too. You're never gonna get to
I'll
them.
tell everybody. I tried watching before anybody else. I tried watching Naked and Afraid of Love, and I made it through.
What is that?
Basically it's like Naked and Afraid, but it's these people that want to find a partner.
Uh-huh.
And they stick them on an island together, and they're just naked, and they still have to do the survival part.
Okay.
So, but I agree with what they're doing because there's no cell phones, there's no internet. You have to survive with a person
Yeah.
while trying to match up with them.
Okay.
So, I mean, you do get to know the nitty gritty parts of people, and I mean, it's like getting married and being thrown on an island,
Right.
like with nothing else but each other.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get that, and I'm sure there's a shit ton of drama and whatnot. It's all probably butterflies and rainbows the first few episodes, and then it probably turns ugly, like everything else.
It always does.
But I made it through. I started it, and I made it through literally the opener, like where it says, "And welcome to our first couple," and I'm like, I can't watch this shit, and I turned
Really?
it off. I want the actual we're gonna get down and dirty and naked and afraid 40 days. 21-day challenge, 40-day challenge, chopping up snakes and cooking them.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you did not want to go for the couples one because you watch Love Island.
Okay, I get sprees of being a girl every now and then.
Which actually
And
you haven't gone back to those either.
I would totally watch Love Island. Was actually, I feel like that's
and
a guilty
they did a lot
pleasure.
of spin-offs of that one
Yes.
too.
I feel like that is a guilty pleasure of mine.
And then was it 90 Day Fiance?
90 Day Fiance is
how
another
many
one.
spin-offs did they do of that one too?
There's like 90 Day Fiance reversed.
Yeah, and then there's where they go to the other
country to get married, which that actually sounds a little bit more interesting because I would love to see the other cultures and how they get married.
Right.
But
anyway,
so yeah, there's my guilty pleasures right there. But
as far as playing goes, we have been playing a few survivalist games on stream and off stream. Friday the 13th was one that we did on a couple weeks ago on your. It's been a while since we got back to that one. That's an okay one for me.
Honestly, I like Friday the 13th quite a bit.
I like
a lot.
I like Texas Chainsaw more.
I mean, I like them both, but if I could pick one over the other, it would be Friday the 13th.
Really? You're joking.
No, I think it's hilarious. I love that we go back and forth being one killer and trying to escape. Like, I think it's when we had everyone this last stream, I loved it. It was fun.
Really?
I absolutely, if we could get everybody back to do it again.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Like having Joey and stuff on. Like Joey's such a character.
He is.
I
That's
love
Patrick's
Joey.
brother.
I know. I love Joey. Patrick, you can tell Joey I love him. He's such a cool guy.
Yeah, he's been on and off.
He was like, he called me a harlot. It was adorable.
He really knows how to play it pretty well, actually. So he's pretty good at that game. I'm not. I'm always getting killed right away. Do I just make too much noise?
No, I just think that you're unlucky.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like my luck. I have been obsessed and actually beat the Pokemon trading card game that came out on the Game Boy on the Switch just recently. It was just right before, I think, it's a couple weeks before or after it was a week after our last show, and I played all the way through it. I was just so obsessed with it. I love playing the card games like that where you just play the regular Pokemon battle on trading card game. I love it. So I'm really upset that I did not play it when it first came out, because I thought that it was like a gimmicky game. Like some of the other Pokemon games seem kind of gimmicky to me. This one is not. It's a good one. What? Why are you smiling like that?
Because you're in your 30s playing Pokemon, and I love it.
I beat it already though, so now I'm like lost.
Great. Now what do we do?
It's like the Severance cut, you know?
Right.
What now? Played a little bit of Stray that came to the Xbox. It was on sale right when it came out for like $23 or something like that. So I played a couple of levels of that. It's a fun game. I should play more of it. I got to get back to it. The campaign is kind of just you're a cat and you're trying to survive, and I don't know. I've gotten to a city or the Undercity, and you're trying to get out, and that's pretty much it. It's just trying to escape the underworld of this metropolis. So I haven't played much of it other than that. So it's just a couple hours of it. Do you want to move into the movie club?
You didn't let me do what. I mean, I got to do a stream with my nephew.
You did?
I did. We did. He just entered the 6th grade. He's in middle school now.
Yeah.
So what he requested for starting middle school as just like a woohoo with his auntie was to do another video game stream on my Twitch, and we played Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's an older Kirby game still, but
that Kirby turns into things like
just like Mario,
Carby, and he turns into like he can swallow a vending machine that shoots pop cans out of his mouth. Like, I love it. It's actually a lot of fun. And then he's a traffic cone. Right. Yeah, it's cute. I loved it. So we had a good time. We played that.
It was a really interesting stream, but I think that one point you need to be on with something that he's never played.
Yeah,
once.
But I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. Whenever I stream with him, I want him to have like his game. Like,
yeah. Well, I
like him teaching me how to play games.
Right. Oh, he was talking about like how Dixie Kong was new to the Donkey Kong world, and I was like, oh no.
Do you remember being 11 and thinking you know everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But he's not innocent in everything. Let's talk about The Machine.
The Machine. La Machina.
This movie came out this year. It did not bode well in the box office. I don't
think it got enough attention.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just Bert wasn't like the right. It wasn't the time.
You have to have like. You also he's presenting this movie to an audience that likes him,
right,
and knows him.
Yeah,
that's why.
But there's a lot of people who did not go and see it.
Oh well.
$20 million in budget, $10 million box office. That hurts a lot. So the synopsis of this movie: Bert's drunken past catches up with him 20 years down the road when he and his father are kidnapped by those Bert wronged 20 years ago while drunk on a college semester abroad in Russia. Starring Bert Kreischer, Mark Hamill, and Jimmy Tatro. Critics give this a 33%. Fans give it an 87%.
I agree.
That's a hefty number.
I agree. That
is way up there. So Mark Hamill, when he's trying to be a little too funny,
when he's not being Luke Skywalker,
I can't handle him a little bit.
I will say he's a bit annoying, but at the same time, I get his character.
He has to be.
Like Bert acts like his dad is annoying, so we have to think he's annoying.
Worked for me.
So that's the point. That's why I got it.
I think that it was a really good movie. There was a lot of action and a lot of good scenes. Like
there's
blending
production.
Between really good production value. Yeah. Blending between present and past.
Mhm.
So
like
good.
The person they found to play young Bert,
fine.
like looked
Yeah.
a lot like him.
Did fine. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was bad.
No, did
It's good.
great.
Yeah, I really think that this movie deserves a little bit more of the limelight.
If anybody is into drinking games, I will say that get a 24-pack of beer,
Yeah.
favorite, and for every single time you either hear the machine or machina, take a drink.
Yeah,
And you will be drunk in probably about half an hour.
Well, you have to get to Russia first. That's the first
A half an hour after you get to Russia.
Yeah. I mean, the movie is only 90 minutes long. It's a short comedy.
You will be trashed by 90 minutes.
I will say I did not get tired of the movie.
No.
By the end of the movie, I
it was
wasn't like-
non-stop, like, fun.
Every scene was like, oh, wow, what's going to happen here?
What's
You
going to
really
happen
don't
next?
know.
And you just don't
You just don't know. The ending was surprising. Like, I
Mhm.
didn't know it was going to end that way. I was expecting a little bit different, but
Mhm.
it was good. It was good. It was a little heartfelt. Really.
It was.
Like,
Yeah.
you really felt for Bert's character for a while, you know, and all the stuff that he had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie. Good movie. Some facts about this movie. Bert's real life wife Leanne can be seen near the start of the film as the mom at the Sweet 16 party who Bert does not get along with.
The woman that just had the divorce?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's why he calls her a bitch. That's hilarious.
Bert and Mark Hamill get along very well during filming. They got along very well.
Uh-huh.
Hamill would often make Kreischer laugh out loud by saying iconic lines of his character Luke Skywalker laden with profanity.
Oh my God, I can't imagine.
I wonder what he said. I don't know. I wonder if Bert was just enjoying every.
Oh, probably.
every
He looked like he had
second.
a blast on the screen.
Yeah. In this movie, Bert has a jab at his best friend Tom Segura.
Sure does.
More than once.
More than once.
An example. This is of this is the words "Tom is
Fat."
is
Yep.
spray painted on a wall.
It's like at an underpass or something.
And you really see it. It's
they make
foreground.
sure that you see it.
It says Tom is fat. It's like, oh, how many movies did you star in, Tom Segura?
Yeah.
Oliver Stone tried to make a movie about Bert Kreischer's life in the 90s and the 2000s.
I had no idea.
That's a weird one for me.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone, huh? I mean, you'd think he'd get that picked up. I mean, the story must be pretty epic. But,
Mhm.
I mean, from what we saw in the story about when he robbed the train and everything, that was sad.
It was sad and it was scary.
Scary at the same time because it's like you have these Russian gangsters who have zero fear of life and death. Like they're not scared of whatever is going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
They're dangerous.
Yeah.
And you feel it, especially when he's like taking the ring away from his almost girlfriend, like
Almost.
love interest.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that is heartbreaking, you know? Oh, it's actually just going to say it right there. In the original story, as told by Bert in his stand-up routine, both the first and second Russian mobsters hired for his Russian class trip were named Igor. In the film, the second is named Fedor. The name was most likely changed to eliminate confusion between the characters. So they must have had the
okay.
same name.
Yep.
So yeah, it is based on the true story. And which again, like those trains, you just don't know like that. That's ran by gangsters.
Yep.
Because that's a means of transportation. Bert's real life father is a lawyer, not a carpet store owner, as he's portrayed in the film by Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
Even though most of the backstory which sets up the film's plot is largely based on a true story, as the time of the film's release, neither of Bert's real life daughters have actually been arrested.
Well, I figured they added
That whole falling out was a little weird.
Well, they had to make a story.
It was a weird one where
I
they're
know.
like, all of a sudden, Bert Kreischer's character is like,
I know, but they had to set something up. I knew like everything up until that point
Think
was
so.
true, and then they just had to make a story
Fabricate it
now.
pretty-
Now it's movie.
On the train, Bert says, "I killed Batman's parents." Mark Hamill is famous for being the voice of Joker. So,
True.
yeah. This movie's great. The plot's great. I mean, it's not like you need a huge like, oh my gosh, this story's deep, but it's a good one. I'm gonna give this one a 9.
I give it an 8.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a really good film. It's definitely worth the watch. And it's been out on digital, Blu-ray, all that kind of good stuff. For me, I've been wanting to watch this movie for a minute since it got announced, and I'm just happy that it's out. I don't know if it's only available on Apple TV Plus, but yeah, this movie came out this year. We're gonna see Tetris.
Tetris.
Yeah. So this movie is it stars the guy that you like,
Which one?
Taron Egerton, the guy from Kingsman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's the main character.
asshole guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
he really British?
I think so.
If he is, I don't know. I'll be happy.
Welsh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, so this stars him as Hank Rogers discovers Tetris in 1988 and then risks everything by traveling to the Soviet Union, where he joins forces with inventor Alexeyev.
Alexia.
I'm not going to try this name to bring the game to the masses.
Okay.
So
it's a movie about Tetris.
Yeah, it's got Toby Jones in it. He's from a few Marvel. I think he's from Marvel. Toby Jones. Let me look at his IMDb. What's he known for? If I showed you him, you'd be like, oh yeah, Captain America, First Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
I knew he was in that. Hunger Games as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good film. I wanted to check it out.
Okay.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Moving on from there, we should talk about the WWE. There's a couple of deaths that have gone down. First, we're gonna mention Terry Funk, but he was a little up there, but he was already a lot of wrestlers don't make it too old, except for Ric Flair. He's just,
I mean,
he's almost never ending, you
Yeah.
know, woo for life. When he goes, it's gonna be another cry fest. I actually shed a tear for this next we're gonna mention.
oh yeah,
Bray Wyatt.
yeah. Bray Wyatt, one of my favorites.
I
The Fiend.
did not expect to hear.
We watched him grow from just a baby.
Pretty much. Let me look him up. I want to get his name
Probably
right.
second best entrance in my opinion.
Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda.
Yeah.
Second best entrance. Undertaker number 1.
Yeah.
You think? Well, there's the thing.
It's
like,
very similar to Undertaker's.
people compared him to the Undertaker, and he didn't want that. He wanted to be his own
No,
thing.
he does have his own thing. I just say it's kind of similar the way he walks and turns out the lights and things like that. But like, I really like the song, the Firefly entrance. Like,
right.
I really like that.
The Wyatt family was a very confusing point.
It was, but I liked it.
Like, they were trying to get those tag team factions up, and that was one of them. He was never scripted.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't script him. You probably gave him a point to get to.
Probably. Yeah.
But everything he said was genuine from the heart or head. Like, basically just what he
was
felt.
A great talker.
Very good on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
There were times when Brett would tell us that he was really annoyed with him on the, like, when he would do his moments, the camera moments and all that would just continuously go off, which I understand.
Everybody's got to have a character, though.
Everybody's got to have that and adopt it. The Fiend was one of the most mysterious characters I had ever seen in wrestling, where one side of him is this jolly character with a man bun, and he's got like a red sweater, and he hosts a puppet show, and it's called the Firefly
reminds me
Funhouse.
of like
split personality.
It reminds me of a Mick Foley.
Oh yeah, where you can portray multiple things and win with it, because he would come out and be on the mic with this Wyatt, just regular Bray Wyatt, but then he would come out as the Fiend when he would wrestle. Scary.
Oh, very,
very scary. Like, I feel really like, I'm just like, the way I feel for it is he was what
He's your age.
What I see on the birth date is 1987, and that scares me.
Yeah, because he was your
That's
age.
my birth year. I'm like, wow. He was 36. So, he held the title, the WWE title, multiple times. He was 285 pounds, 6'3", so he was
a
big
old
boy.
dude.
but the way he could move in the ring
Oh
was
my god, amazing.
very good and impressive. But he did some inventive moves. His main finisher was the Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
And
Good move.
the characters he brought. There's going to be a documentary about
Oh,
him.
definitely.
And probably a really I'm really hoping that this gives either Bo Dallas something or Eric Rowan and I can't think of his name. You love him, big tall guy.
Oh,
Braun
Strowman.
because that's his entrance.
Yes, I like
is
Braun.
his first name.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were Luke Harper passed away a couple years ago already. So.
Which is sad. I really liked Luke.
But we didn't really talk about that one because that one wasn't as I don't think that was a big news one for us, but it's still pretty sad. So, but Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, and I really hope that the actual reasoning behind it was long COVID and he had a heart attack. So
makes me scared.
Right.
Mm.
He was an
I'm still
athlete.
suffering from long COVID.
Me too. I get fatigued very easily.
Oh, I get it just hits me like a brick sometimes. That's why I
saw
still
it last night when we were watching something, and I just passed, suddenly just fell asleep.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's how it was in the hotel the other night too. Where I was
yeah,
it
jolting.
and I was fully awake, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god,
yeah. So it's a really sad moment in the WWE. They did a tribute show. LA Knight faced off against Finn Balor, which Finn Balor was Bray Wyatt's first, and LA Knight was Bray Wyatt's last.
Yeah.
The Fiend's last. And you watched that match, pitch black match.
Yep.
You thought it was kind of dumb. But
I did, but I liked it. Was too dark, but I liked the idea of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So LA Knight and The Miz have a big feud going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA Knight has become my
I like him.
catchphrase, dude.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Cocoa
Pebbles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look up LA Knight for the
On
uninformed.
TikTok.
Just anything about him. He's just an enjoyable character to watch for football. I looked down and I saw football for wrestling. But moving on from there, we can talk about the sad story of Mario, that Charles Martinet is no longer going to be portraying the voice after 32 years.
Yeah.
32-year reign as Mario.
Mm-hmm.
So this new one coming out, this new
I know,
Mario.
but he's not just the voice of Mario.
Oh no, he's not.
He's the voice of a
lot of
characters that people don't know.
Yeah, he actually has the longest running video game voice acting role. What? Let me look that up. No way. Oh wait, no. Actually, I was gonna look up the top 9. Something went wrong. Screw you. All right, I guess I'm not gonna look at that. I'm gonna click on this link. Yeah, I was gonna read about this. So since 1991, he was the voice of Mario. That's in Super Mario World.
It's over 30 years.
Yeah. Yep. What else did he voice? Oh, well, in Mario 64, he had to actually do some major recordings for that one because Mario had a voice in that one. But I don't think there's plenty of impressionists who could take over, and I'm not saying that's not really a bad thing, but it's also sad because a lot of Nintendo is just leaving.
I know. Yeah.
But anyways, another thing that we should talk about real quick, Modern Warfare 3.
We had 2 more deaths.
I'll get there.
Well, we were on celebrity deaths.
Go ahead.
Well, we had the great Bob Barker.
I already thought he passed.
Yeah.
99.
Well, we had him. So I will say that what Brian said.
Go on.
He couldn't. He got as close to a dollar without going over.
Yeah.
So that's going around, and I feel like he would he would like people saying that. I know it sounds a little cruel, but that's what he's known for. So yeah, he made it to 99.
Right.
He what's the saying? She was 99. Was she? There was that comedian that talks about getting old.
Oh, he's good.
He's good.
That's
good.
Chris Porter.
Was it Chris Porter?
Yeah. Because he
talks about somebody dying at
75 and above.
75 and above. He's like, oh man, he didn't get to do this.
right,
Oh, no,
exactly.
he's good. He's
He's
good.
good. He did what he needed to
He
do
needed
in
what he
life.
needed to do in life.
Right.
So 99 for especially a male. That's really old for a male.
Right. I think that. Oh, we're gonna go see Chris Porter in a couple of months. We gotta buy tickets.
October.
Yeah. Who was the other death?
Harley.
Oh, Harley Quinn.
The voice of
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Harley Quinn is not an original DC character. She was made for the Batman animated series, specifically for Joker as a one-off character to be a henchman. But then she actually had a fleshed out character, and the voice of Harley.
I'm glad, because I really like Harley.
Other than the latest Harley Quinn show, she has been the voice of Harley in practically every project for Harley Quinn, even the video games. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know if she did the voice in the newest Suicide Squad game that's coming out. I don't think so. I think it's someone else. Which, I mean, take Harley Quinn's voice as it is. I love Kaylee Cuoco's voice as Harley.
Oh, yeah.
She's just a different voice. For the other one was more of a New Yorker Brooklyn style accent. So but I always liked Harley Quinn as a character. There aren't too many Batman villains I don't like, but Batman's always been a great comic book character to watch. So for me. Anyways, Modern Warfare 3 got announced. Officially
at Gamescom.
It's before then.
Well, I mean,
they had their own trailer.
They had like their own trailer come out.
Then they had like Gamescom was last week as well, and they had some stuff on that too. Not really a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, it wasn't like a huge.
I went through the list of games. There's no.
Yeah.
It's nothing really exciting.
Well, not on our list at least.
No, for us. But Modern Warfare 3 is official. I would absolutely hate to be a COD developer, because no matter what direction they take in the series, they're gonna get backlash. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. If they go back to the way things were in the Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2 and 3 series, like the way the games were back then, people are gonna get mad. If they advance, people are gonna get mad. So COD is not. They make a COD that tries something different, and it breaks away from like the traditional formula, and people complain about how it's too different from their traditional didn't feel like COD situation, where they brought in like advanced warfare and all that stuff. Apparently Infinite Warfare is actually really good, but nobody bought it. Like the multiplayer apparently is actually good. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't know.
But if they play it safe, it could be good. I don't know. So what's returning? Map voting.
Yay!
Map voting.
Yay!
Returns. Classic minimap behavior with red dot sights for unsuppressed weapons is coming back.
Okay.
Perks available at the start of each match.
Yay!
Covert sneakers perk allows for silent movement, so we actually get dead silence.
Dead silence.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Core health is increased to 150 for an increased time to kill. That's okay.
We're gonna be playing hardcore anyway.
Right. That doesn't matter to us. Slide animations can be canceled, but will not reset tactical sprint.
Makes sense.
Cancel reload animations to return fire with leftover ammo. So you can cancel your reload, but you'll have the leftover ammo that you still had in your clip.
I'm fine with that, because that happens to me quite a bit.
You can mantle faster while sprinting, so it'll be more speed to get over the
for
mantle.
Momentum. Okay.
Yeah, momentum.
Good.
Longer tactical sprint durations, which recharges while sprinting. So, yeah.
Okay.
All of the maps that have been announced are classic maps.
Okay.
I don't even know.
I don't remember the names, so you might as well not even go down.
I have them all listed. But I'll tell you that.
I know they said like 16 maps.
Yeah. We've played on all of them.
Okay, so I'm happy.
Karachi. You know that one? No? Okay.
I don't know the names.
High Rise?
I know High Rise.
Yeah, you know High Rise. Quarry. You know that one.
Quarry.
Because we landed on that in Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
And we also played that in Modern Warfare 3. I believe that was Quarry.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't write down the release date. Shoot.
Did they announce it?
I think so.
I don't know.
That was my fault. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Probably November, like it always is. I feel like it's always November.
2023. I have to make sure to write down the actual November 10th.
Yep, told you.
It's okay. The other thing that might be confirmed is Verdansk 2.0 because there's the prison from Verdansk in the actual gameplay for the campaign. Yeah, the boys are laying down, passed out. They're adorable.
I love my boys.
Cade and Pixel are they love each other so much. Gamescom was about all I had written down. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here? We had a lot.
I don't think so.
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff in the news, but I mean, we've been more focused on what we've talked about with our nerd stuff, so we don't have to stay completely 100%.
We're at our time without not going over too far over.
That's fine. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
So, we do need to show this clip.
Which clip?
Of Patrick.
Oh my God, you're gonna show this.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You have a dog.
You got a dog.
So this is us playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So
Great game, by the way.
I'll set the scene up. You're dead.
I'm dead. I'm just
You're
spectating.
Spectating me, Mr. L. That's me right there. I'm playing as Anna. That is Grandpa. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
That's Patrick.
Patrick
is running right there. So this clip is on Cute Kitty on Twitch.tv. So Alex will also plug that when we are done with this. So we're playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Brian is in, I believe, the front yard waiting for us. And we're in I'm in the backyard of the house. So there's 3 maps in this game, and one of them is the family house. Mm-hmm. And you have to get through the house in order to escape the actual property.
Yeah, if you get in the backyard, there's no escape. It's a dead end.
I get so mad because I'm in the backyard. So I am hunched over trying to exit out this other side right here, and I'm waiting for Patrick to exit out the front.
And Patrick is already injured, and he's trying to escape Leatherface.
So let's just watch this clip a little bit here. I'm just telling Patrick, thank you for making noise, but he's already limping. You can see him making noise. And that means that, he dove out the window. And I ran and I went and hid in the bushes. It was just comedy all around. He dies.
The funniest part's coming up, though.
So
Leatherface comes out right here and goes, well, I was going to kill him. And then Wally runs back in the house.
So he gave up my hiding position and died in the process. So the more survivors that make it, the better, I guess. It's just like that. You just want to have your friends escape. It's a fun game. If you have Game Pass, check it out.
Patrick's like, this is better than getting killed than Leatherface.
Right.
Just kills himself by jumping through the window.
Yeah. So, it's a really good it's a good game to check out. Except right now, apparently, it's got a little bit of a hacking going on.
Freaking hackers.
But you can go ahead and plug it, Alex.
Yeah, if you would like to watch me stream and watch those funny moments happen, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I go live on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. This weekend should be good to go.
Hope so.
Hopefully, yeah. Now that we don't have any traveling going on right now. But yeah, get this weekend. I mean, there's a new battle pass, new season on Fortnite, so we'll probably play a little bit of that. We might play a little bit of Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You gonna stay off of Texas Chainsaw for right now?
Hey, we might play some of that. I mean, it's all just gonna be dependent on the feel for the night.
As far as my stream goes, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTER, spelt out L. I couldn't take the shortened version. Somebody
as in
owns
loser.
It. What? Anyways, you can find me on Twitch Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. I will be maybe playing Stray, or I don't know. Wednesday is going to be weird because I'm going to have a shorter stream because I have to go into the office on Thursday for my second day. And Patrick and Brian will not be on, so I might be doing like some kind of single player thing. We'll see. Unless you want to hop on, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, it all depends. But yeah, as far as our podcast goes, we would like it if you guys liked this video, and if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to the PTO Unlimited podcast and hit the bell to be notified when we're live. which is every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As far as our social media goes, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search for. Twitter, PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram. Make sure you also follow in our Discord, public Discord. We got the link in our About Us on the channel here. And then also make sure you guys are checking out the merch. Got our beanie sitting right here because it's about to get colder outside. The fall's coming. We're going to talk about that.
Even though it's going to be totally 80 and 90 degrees this next week.
Fall's coming. Fall is coming.
Pumpkin
it's okay.
spice is here.
Yeah, I do have that downstairs in the fridge, and you wanted that.
I know. I wasn't saying anything.
I wanted to get the chocolate chip one.
Yeah, pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Cute_kitty.
The final note. Happy birthday, Brig, and happy birthday to my dad, both today.
And happy birthday to my grandma yesterday. Yeah.
So
lots of birthdays
going around. Lots of people being born at the end of August. So happy birthday to them. Our chat's blowing up right now because our text message chat, because Brian's like, how did I not know it was Brig's birthday? I had it written down for a final note. So yeah, happy birthday. Shout outs to them.
Happy birthday, bro.
Also, congratulations to your cousin. They just got married on Friday.
Yeah.
So
I now have a new cousin.
Yes. So congratulations to them as well.
Woo-hoo.
I don't know if they listen. I doubt. But, it is what it is. We can always give the shout outs to them. I think that's all it. And we're going to get out of here. I appreciate everyone joining. Yeah, that it?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right. We'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a good Labor Day weekend coming up. And then I think we're on after that. So,
yeah.
All right. You guys have a good one. Bye, guys.
Bye.